It was like finding a shortcut that most people walk past without noticing. Once I stepped in, everything suddenly made sense and the process felt easier. I chose a route most traders never think to try. Curious how it works? Stick with me and I'll guide you step by step. When I first stepped into crypto, I was a total rookie. No plan, just chasing whatever made noise. My approach was hopping on hype and grabbing every shiny new launch I saw. For a bit, it looked like I'd cracked the code. The balance ticked up day after day. Then the market flipped, and those paper gains disappeared overnight. That sting was the wake-up call. I didn't have a real system. I almost skipped a dead simple method I later found, but treating it like a drill. Discipline first, mute the noise, run the checklist, changed everything. Instead of steady losses, I started stacking 5 times gains on a regular basis. I'll walk you through the whole framework step by step. But before I walk you through the exact steps, there's a big point we need to hit first, because this is where most beginners slip without even realizing. I still remember my first run with Pump Fun. At first, it felt seamless, maybe too seamless. The layout was slick, everything looked simple, and it gave me this false sense of total control. That early boost in confidence pulled me right in, but once I pushed further, little roadblocks kept showing up one by one. If you're not ready for them, they'll catch you off guard fast. That's why we're going to handle those up front, so the rest of the system goes down smooth. Open up Photon, switch the filter over to Pump Fun, and suddenly the screen lights up like a radar scope. Tokens streaming in non-stop. It feels like trying to track jets flying overhead. By the time you spot one, it's already gone. Everything happens live, second by second, so even a quick break of focus can cost you. The pace never lets up, so your best weapon here is staying locked in and ready to act. In this zone, pausing usually means you miss the move entirely. Now change the filter to Raydium CPMM, and suddenly the entire flow shifts. Instead of chasing pure chaos, you're looking at tokens with more discipline built in. Liquidity stays steady, the volume enters at a steady rhythm, and the market caps don't go haywire. It's a playground favored by more experienced traders. Next, I'll break down how to identify the projects that are actually worth locking onto. At first, the idea of making a token felt like something I had no business touching. I figured it meant writing out complex smart contracts, studying dense blockchain guides, and getting stuck in endless debugging sessions. The options seemed awful. Spend forever grinding through the technical side or shell out thousands to pay a dev. Then I found MoonTool, and it made the whole process almost too easy. No coding headaches, just drop in your details, set the parameters, and hit go. If you can fill out a basic sign-up form, you can handle it. I've used it to spin up multiple tokens, and what I thought would be a brutal process turned into something smooth and simple. Step 1 in giving your token some life is designing a logo that pops. Think of it as the face of your project, the thing that makes people curious. I usually stick with Canva because it's straightforward, fast to use, and the results don't look amateur at all. Funny enough, the idea for one of my tokens came while I was at an ice cream shop. I couldn't stop thinking about how Oreo ice cream is basically unbeatable, so I ran with that as my theme. Once the design is uploaded, resize it so the final dimensions read 128 by 128 pixels. If anything looks off, whether it's blurry, stretched, or slightly crooked, take a moment to clean it up. Those quick fixes make the overall project look like you put in real effort. When the logo looks crisp and centered, save it, and we're good to move on. To get started, fire up MoonTool and connect it to your Phantom wallet. The link should go through right away. On the setup form, write Oreo coin in the token name field and use Oreo as the symbol. You can skip adding a description at this point unless you've already drafted one. Once that's done, upload the logo you made in Canva, check that it's polished and centered, and click Next to continue. Don't worry about adjusting decimals or figuring out the total supply. MoonTool automatically takes care of that for you behind the scenes. The platform handles all those details, saving you the trouble of doing it manually. Once it's sorted, simply click Next and continue with the setup process. When the verification step shows up, you'll notice a prompt asking for 0.1 Solana. No worries. This isn't a real charge. It's only a test transaction to confirm things are working. Personally, I usually reject it so my SOL balance doesn't move at all. Once that's done, press Next and keep going. This section is where you can attach your social media or community profiles if you've got them. Linking up helps your token show up faster to people who already know you. Keep in mind though, Raydium doesn't rely on this step. If you'd rather keep things clean and not add anything, just choose skip and continue setting up. It might feel tempting to skip the 0.3 Solana step and pocket the savings, but doing that can actually backfire. Most investors want proof that freeze, mint, and update rights are locked. If those remain open, people often assume the project isn't safe. Lock them in, then go ahead and press Launch My Token Now to move forward. Hold up for just a moment. This is an important step. Your wallet is going to open and ask for approval. All you need to do is press confirm and let it run. If you see any warnings, don't worry. They're standard and nothing dangerous. Once you give the green light, the blockchain locks your token and it goes live right away. Now it's time to lock in liquidity. Open Raydium and build a brand new pool from scratch. The layout is clean and easy to follow, with all the important options right where you need them. Because of that, creating your pool only takes a couple of minutes and doesn't feel complicated. Click into the User Token tab and paste your contract address precisely as it shows. No shortcuts because one wrong digit can cause errors. For naming, set the symbol as Oreo and the full display name as Oreo Coin so it shows up polished. Be sure to hit Add User Token, otherwise Raydium might not recognize it, making it vanish from search listings. Once you're set, continue to liquidity. Allocating roughly 900 million of your 1 billion tokens into the pool with Solana anchors the price, ensures constant trading, and lays a solid foundation for growth. Now you need to figure out how much Solana to pair with your token. I usually click max to put almost everything in, but I always leave around 0.2 Solana to cover gas. Forgetting that can make your transaction fail. After that, pick a trading fee. I tend to go with 2% since it keeps costs low but still earns steady returns for the pool. You can adjust the fee if your approach is different. You've reached the final step. Click Initialize Liquidity Pool to complete the setup. Phantom will pop up a confirmation window. Just approve it and give the system a few moments to process. When it finishes, your token is live on Solana and ready for trading. Open Photon once more and make sure the Raydium filter is still on. This refreshes the feed so only the newest tokens appear. Scroll through the list, and once you see your token, you'll know the launch was successful and trading is live. To track your token, go to DEXScreener and open any chart. It doesn't have to be specific. Once the chart loads, replace the contract address in the URL with your token's address and hit enter. All the live stats for your token will appear. Alternatively, just type your token's name in the search bar and pick it from the dropdown. As soon as the chart loads, you'll see constant price swings. It isn't disorder. Bots are executing high-speed trades, taking small profits multiple times. Their speed is so intense that most users don't even notice. This rapid activity builds hype and often attracts people eager to enter early. Jumping in as soon as a token launches puts you ahead of the pack. Early holders help stabilize the price while more buyers trickle in. Once your position is locked, the chart often climbs steadily, letting you earn gains without staring at it all day. And if you're cautious, you can always remove your liquidity whenever you want. For now, I'm just watching the price move. We're about 17 minutes in now, and it's clear that people have started to notice the token in the last few minutes. The liquidity is creeping upward bit by bit, and you can see the chart starting to form its trend. Exactly what we want at this stage. It's been 49 minutes, and the pool is steadily growing with more liquidity coming in. Transactions have been shifting back and forth, but the trend is positive. This is the time to watch carefully rather than rushing into moves. We're just past the 1 hour mark, and liquidity remains very strong. The token went through some decent movement, but didn't lose its footing, and the chart held steady throughout. These conditions make it the perfect moment to show you exactly how to take liquidity out without any problems. First, double-check that your wallet is connected to Raydium. It has to be the same one you used for launching your token, or your balances won't line up. The connection usually happens instantly, so you won't be stuck waiting. Next, go to the Portfolio tab and switch to Liquidity View. That makes spotting all your tokens, including any pools you've added, much easier. If they don't appear immediately, don't worry. Raydium sometimes takes 10 to 15 minutes to refresh. Once they're visible, click the minus on your pool, pick 100%, set Solana as your payout, and press Remove Liquidity. Confirm this in Phantom and keep the screen open while the process completes. As soon as the withdrawal clears, a confirmation window will appear, showing it went through. Then, go into your wallet and double-check your balances to confirm all the funds returned and the numbers add up correctly. At this stage, everything's moving along nicely. Gains keep coming and the system hasn't had any hiccups. Maintaining a steady schedule helps keep it stable. When the market starts buzzing, that's your green light to jump back into action. You can cycle through this setup again whenever you choose. The whole setup flows without hiccups, and sticking to it consistently can lead to strong returns over time. Just to be clear, I'm not affiliated with MoonTool, Photon, or Raydium. Everything I'm sharing is based on my own experience. All the key links are listed in the description and pinned comment below.